Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading covering July 16th to July 31st, 2022. This is a general reading for those with Cancer in their birth chart. Cross watchers, you are also welcome. Keep in mind that the roles of the individuals identified and the energies may be swapped, and the intensity of the situation may vary. So take whatever messages resonate and leave behind for others whatever does not. So we're going to go through the meanings of these cards. We'll clarify with additional tarot cards, and we will close off with an oracle card message. First, we explore what lessons you've been learning. You have this Forest Temple Enlightenment card. You also have King of Cups. Second, we revealed what you don't see coming. You have this Oletiao Expanse card. You also have the Shadow Side, which is also known as the Devil. And third, we find out what will influence your perception for the rest of the month. You have Boundaries and the Page of Cups. So here, the Justice card is in the position of your perspective as you enter the second half of July. The Eight of Cups is what surrounds you. The Six of Cups is the motivation, and the Star is your outcome. So here, this Forest Temple Enlightenment card and the lessons you've been learning, it seems that you have possibly taken some time for yourself to really, recognize your life experiences, add to the wisdom that you have. With the King of Cups, this could be you, Cancer, with your, the cups being your water element and kings being associated with the element of air, which is about the intellect and the mind. So it seems that you have been learning this lesson of kind of, taking your experiences, learning from them, and being grounded, possibly understanding that there's a need for, compassion and support of others, and being able to help maybe even heal others, using your intuition to kind of sense how people are feeling, and recognizing that your connection to others in spirit is growing and being, growing deeper, and feeling that, like recognizing that your focus is going from yourself and connecting to something greater than yourself. So let's go ahead and pull a card to clarify this King of Cups. If for some of you, the King of Cups may be, someone that you're looking up to, someone like a significant other or a parent figure that is really supportive and emotionally grounded, and really is coming from a place of love and caring, and being loyal to who they are and their truth. Here's the Ace of Swords. So again, this concept of enlightenment and intellect, wisdom, using your experiences, transforming them into a sense of having clarity as you go forward and seeing, seeing how to analyze a situation, you reason, but also to come from a place of the heart. So here, what you don't see coming with this Expanse card, this card relates to a bat that maybe it's in the Philippines or Indonesia, but basically this bat is just large. The wings are just large and huge and kind of creates more ominous aspects about it because it just looks so huge. But basically it's maybe it's there are bats that are really big, gigantic bats, but I believe there's legends that they can, have really large teeth and can, be 12 feet in length. And so it kind of gives this concept of something being scarier in myth than it is in reality. And so here in the shadow side, it's and the devil, it's the concept of really being tempted by things that are kind of illusions, and doing things or having beliefs, living your life in a certain way to avoid a certain situation, or shortcut something in the hopes of really creating a barrier against something that you might not know is even real. And it might be real to a certain extent, but also it's the concept of giving something more power than it actually does have, when it comes to maybe even negative thinking patterns or addictions, habits, things that are not, they don't go against your, or they go against your best and highest good, and they provide some instant relief, satisfaction, or protection in theory, but they're not sustainable in the long run. So here you have Seven of Pentacles. So there's something you don't see coming is your connection to when you invest in something, when you are kind of waiting and don't have a clear result, but you are hoping for something, you may go to extremes of this will never happen. I don't even know why I bother doing this. Or the opposite extreme is I'm going to put everything into this because I know it's going to turn out with this result. I know it's, seems difficult, or I know this doesn't it doesn't feel like it's working out right now, but I'm going to do everything in my power to have it have this end result, and having that certain expectation of it. So that's kind of what you don't see coming. Here with this boundaries, this is what will influence your perception, is having a sense of healthy boundaries, recognizing what is reasonable for you to accept and not accept. possibly based on your past experiences and this new sense of enlightenment that you have, reflecting on your past and seeing, what worked for you, what didn't work for you, and ultimately what fills you up and what depletes you. With the Page of Cups here, there is a sense of having a sense of wonder, and to some degree, being sensitive in general. And so perhaps there was some aspect of your past that you felt uncomfortable saying no to people, or you felt uncomfortable kind of just not having clarity. Something where your sense of boundaries, maybe you were too trusting to a certain degree, but having a sense of boundaries, knowing when to say no, knowing what it means to say yes, and actually, giving value to that, and even value to saying no, and recognizing that when you say no, you are respecting yourself, you're respecting your abilities, whether it's, physical, mental, emotional. So we have here the Star, which is also your outcome card. So here is a card of, healing, clarity, balance, coming from a place where wishes can come true. So having a sense of boundaries, for some people is kind of setting up limitations, but it's also giving you a sense of a balance of what you need to pursue your dreams, and what you're capable of as well. So here, your perspective, or your perception of things as you're entering the end of July, this card of Justice is similar to the Star in the sense of having balance and clarity. And here with this lesson you've been learning of enlightenment, it's definitely coming from more of fact-based reason and analysis, and even possibly some type of situation where what you've done, the way that you've reasoned or analyzed something, your clear thinking about a situation kind of shows that you are able to say, this is the way it should be, and this is the way it shouldn't be, a little bit more easily. It may be that you are kind of going more from the analytical viewpoint, but the King of Cups is here to kind of reinforce this concept of emotional stability, not just kind of closing off your emotions and saying accepted, not accepted, yes, no, but actually allowing for your emotions to be affected, because there are things that you might say no to that you kind of feel bad about, or you feel sorry for, but recognizing those things is better than just kind of cutting yourself off from those emotions. So here you have the Three of Cups. And so this is about, like, emotional connection to others, celebrating the emotional connection to others. Here, what surrounds you is the Eight of Cups. And this is about, like, walking away from emotional connections. or at least taking some time out to consider, if it's worth walking away from entirely. So let's take a look at what we have there. You have Six of Wands. So I think it's interesting that the Three of Cups here, the Eight of Cups, and the Six of Wands, and even this star figure, they have their backs to us. So here, the Eight of Cups and the Six of Wands, it's kind of, you may have people that have told you no, that have kind of walked away from what you thought they needed emotionally, and have put themselves in a situation where they are happier and are celebrated, and have a sense of victory. So it seems to some degree there is, I'm not sure if it's like a battle within yourself. This, shadow side, or the devil card, kind of indicates that a little bit. So it may be that there is a friendship or a relationship where you have invested in something, and there was some event where you weren't invited, or some type of situation where you said yes when you wanted to say no, just because of fear of missing out of a situation. Or you kind of just keep going with what everyone is saying you should do, because they're, telling you, well, this is going to be the end result if you do that. So it is kind of a sense of you're trying to, it's like reason and logic and feelings and being connected to people are really kind of almost at odds here. So the Eight of Cups is kind of, you have to withdraw a little bit on your own. And then the Six of Wands is being recognized by people in the community. So this is something that kind of, is surrounds you. And so it might cause this situation here with the Six of Cups. This is the motivation. So this is a card of kind of balance and harmony. Sixes in general are balance and harmony. But it's also possibly reflections of your childhood and your past, similar to the Page of Cups over here. So to some degree, it may have to do with your friendships growing up. If they were, you went along with what other people wanted because you thought they knew better, or because they told you certain things, or if you were the person that, would kind of be the boss. So here, I have these upside down. Okay, you have the Ace of Cups, so another ace. So to some degree, it is this kind of a conflict, but an opportunity to blend this concept of logic and reason with the Ace of Swords, and connecting with on an emotional level with the Ace of Cups. So here it seems like there's definitely opportunities for reflection and, new directions. So here, with the outcome being the Star, it is a sense of balance. It is that sense of healing. So to some degree, it seems like you've got the enlightenment. You've got the more air-focused concepts of reason, logic, wisdom. And it's kind of saying, you can have boundaries, but perhaps revisit some aspects of your past and balance in more of the water aspects, where you may be a little bit, maybe you don't want to give in to emotions, but having a healthy set of boundaries and looking back and embracing a sense of balance and harmony when it comes to reason and emotions, will give you kind of a more sense of clarity and possibly revisit some old, wishes and hopes or dreams of when you were younger. So here we have another page, the Page of Pentacles. And that has to do with kind of value, honoring the value of something. This would be self-worth. It could be a certain study, investing in something, knowing how to invest in something going forward. So here it's seems that July has that opportunity for you to kind of revisit some things from the past and get a new sense of curiosity and opportunities here. So I am closing off the reading with an oracle card to get a message about the animal totem that will guide you through the rest of the month. You have Hawk, Messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. So this message of the hawk is the ability to kind of see clearly, to rise above a situation, to see things more clearly. This focus on priorities and eliminate distractions is that concept of having those healthy boundaries, and also to take opportunities to connect with your emotions, your intuition, and spirit. So to some degree, there is, the hawk will help you kind of balance your ability to kind of manage both those things and help you to raise yourself to a new level. So I'm hoping this reading provides a helpful perspective. To get more information, check out readings for each of your sun, moon, and rising signs. And we'll see you next time. Take care.